Okay, so this video is going to be about threading the top thread of your machine. So I've got two machines to show you so that you can compare, and that way you'll also be able to discern a pattern. So most machines, depending on what model and make, will have its own specific setup for how exactly the thread will be guided from the back or the top of the machine to the front to where it goes, the final step through the needle. There's quite a few steps along the way. So on this machine at the top, the orange thread, you'll see very clearly because it's neon, it's first coming from the spool pin, which is at the back, via this guide, straight to the front, via the tension, and then it forms a capital N shape. And then finally it will go via this hook, and then into the needle from the front to the back. So if you thread any machine, whether it's a modern machine or a slightly older one like this, whether you can see the thread, or whether it's behind a fender or some plastic or something that's part of the machine's design, you will, if you trace the thread, you will see a capital N shape forming. And that capital N shape is formed because the last step will usually be your thread uptake lever. So on this machine, I'm going to do this so that you can see it. On this machine, the thread uptake lever is open. So in the process, when you're threading, we're going to bring the thread to the front like this. We're going to go through this tension string. And then with the thread uptake lever at the maximum height, I'm going to put the thread to the far back like that, and then come to the front. And it's going to slot in place. And then I'm just going to follow the guides. And then last but not least, I will put the thread into the needle. And you'll notice I've just cut the thread at a 45-degree angle. I'm slightly wetting it with my fingertips. And then I'm going to thread it from the front to the back. And usually this is all that needs to happen for your top thread. So follow the guides on your machine. Sometimes it will actually give you some numbers, and you'll see what's happening right now. The thread got a bit tangled. We don't want that to happen. We want everything to be nice and smooth and neatly, straight from the front to the back. And basically now I'm ready to bring up the bottom thread. So that's the top thread for this machine. I'm going to show you another machine so that you can compare. So remember, from the top to the front, and then follow everything in your path to create this capital N shape, and then everything down to your needle, which is the last step. I'll mention one last thing. This needle has the hole in the front, so you're going to put the threading from this front to the back. Some old vintage machines will have the needle turned so that the eye will be invisible because it will be at a 90-degree angle in relation to what you see currently, and then the thread will go from the left to the right. But that's in very rare occasions and in quite old machines. So last but not least, just remember, whenever you thread your machine, always have about 15 centimeters of thread neatly hanging at the back, ready for you to sew. Because if you have a short little piece of thread here, when you start sewing, the machine has got so much power, it's going to pull the thread straight out of the needle and you won't even notice. Okay, that's it for this installation.